and welcome back to another 5 Cubed. In this show, what we try to give you in 5 minutes is a meal that you can get for 5 ingredients or less for under $5 per person. This one's going to hit our target right around it because we're going to be doing seafood and working with clams. Our ingredients are basically going to be kind of making a broth out of a tomato, garlic, and citrus-based broth that you can use pasta or rice in the end. I'm just going to make the broth with the clams. It actually makes a pretty good meal. Let's get right to it. The things you'll need for this is a pan, kind of like a saucepan, medium-sized saucepan. For our ingredients, you will need olive oil, garlic, tomatoes, either canned or fresh, and 1 orange. And of course, anywhere from 8 to 20 clams, depending on how many people you're going to be feeding. Let's get started. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and dice up my tomatoes. I'm going to dice up my garlic here, and then I'm going to cut my orange in half to get ready to squeeze in. Okay, what I'm going to do here is, as you can see, I've diced my tomatoes. I've got my finely minced garlic here, and you want to get it pretty well minced up because you don't want big chunks of garlic. I've got my oranges all cut up, and then I've got my clams. I have been told that what you want to look for in a clam is that you can see the nice coloration on this clam. Those are going to be the best clams because they're more mature than the other lighter ones, okay? Now what I've done is I've turned the stove on high. I've got some oil just lightly coating the bottom of the pan right here. That's going to be our base. What we're going to do is then put ingredients in one at a time, and then going to kind of stew it up. Okay, first I'm going to go ahead and put the garlic in. And I'm going to put the garlic in and let that brown. Okay, now that I've got a little brown, we don't want to go over brown it, but what we're going to do is add in a little type of flavoring. I'm going to add oregano. I know this isn't on the ingredient list, but it's the flavoring that I like to put on these things. And it goes well. It's kind of an Italian type dish, I guess. We're going to go ahead and add our tomatoes into it while it's still on medium-high heat. Oh, it's looking good. Okay, the last thing I'm going to add to this is I'm going to add 2 halves of the oranges squeezed into it. Okay, now we've got everything stewing in the pot right here, nice and easy. You want to keep it kind of stirring as you go. As I said, you're going to turn this down to kind of about a medium heat, maybe even a little bit lower. And now what we're going to do is add the clams in. What I like to do is I like to try to keep them upright so that they're going to open up correctly. Now, do remember, wash your clams pretty good. A lot of times they're still kind of salty and got the briny ocean on them. And that's not something we're trying to add into this. We're trying to make this a nice and sweet and tasty. So we're going to put these guys in here. Bubbling up as I can see. We're going to put it on the top on it, and we're going to let it sit. It's probably going to take between 10 and 12 minutes for the clams to open up. So now that we've done that, we're going to go ahead and plate this up, and I'll show you what the plate looks like right afterwards. But it's been stewing real nice. What I try to do is I try to do 5 to 6 per person. These are small, so I'm going to go ahead and do myself 6 today. All right, there we go. All set, ready to eat. Thank you for joining us in another 5 Cube. Next time, come back. We'll have another menu ready for you.